Hi golfers, Nick here from GOLFTEC. In today's video I'm going to teach you how to swing the golf club on plane and get into a perfect impact position every time. In this video all you're going to need is a golf club and an alignment stick. This is a very simple drill to give you some key checkpoints, not only for the swing plane but also for your impact position. You can practice this at home, you can practice this at the range, but this is a really good way for you to kind of train your golf swing. So very simple way of using this alignment stick. We're just going to run it along the shaft here. I'm going to grip around this alignment stick just as I would grip the club normally, but just around the alignment stick. The purpose of this is to train the swing from both viewpoints, and through this video we'll be using some key checkpoints not only from this side view here but also from the front view. So I'll be playing the swing in slow motion and stopping at certain points just to give you guys kind of some visuals here that you can practice either in a mirror at home or out on the golf range. This is something you can practice with or without a golf ball. It's a really great way to train the swing plane and to train your impact position. One of the most important things is how you control the strike, the low point and the swing path, and using this simple training aid is a great way to train that. So as I set up here, the first thing you'll notice is for me to grip around the stick and not let the stick hit my body, I have to have the forward shaft lean. Now when I set up here I do have a slight tilt to my shoulders, my hips are set forward, so my lower body weight's on the left side here, my handle's forward. And for me to get into the correct impact position, I'm going to have the handle forward as I come down. This is going to help me keep the club on plane, compress the golf ball, get the shaft lean that I need at impact, just like the pros do. From the side view, we're going to use this to kind of key checkpoints here at various positions just to help you keep the club on plane. And the first position that we're going to measure here is position 2, when the shaft's parallel to the ground. So at this point here, the stick should point basically just inside of my feet line and parallel to my target line as I get to P2. So the club head here, as you can see from the camera, is just on the inside of my hands here, and the stick here points pretty much down the target line. If I had the stick pointing to the left of my target line, the club would be outside my hands. If I had the stick pointing too much to the right, it'd be too much inside. So the first key checkpoint is P2, and pretty much having that stick straight would be a good checkpoint. Even if you had it slightly to the right, that would be okay as well. So just slightly to the right of the target line with the feet at P2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just chip this ball from P2 forward. As you can see, as I go through, this stick didn't hit me on the body. My hands and club trace the arc. So I've got these lines, the grid lines. You've seen me talk about these a lot before. The outside line here follows the trajectory of the club, and the inside one for the hand. So as I swing back here, the hands and club move inwards at the same rate and follow that on the way through. That helps me keep the club on plane. Now from the front view, in order for me to not hit my body as I go through, I'm having to have the handle forward. Now I still push my hips forward and create a tilt to my shoulders here. This helps me give them space to keep my arms straight, helps the path move out to the right, helps shallow the attack angle as I come through. I'm not leaning into the golf ball with a kind of level tilt to my shoulders. I'm tilting the shoulders, having the handle forward. This is what the best players do. You saw me hit that shot there from P2. Now next step is P3, when the left arm is parallel to the ground. And this is a really good checkpoint. At this point here, we've had the checkpoint at P2, where the stick here points pretty straight or slightly to the right of the target line, not excessively to the right. As I get to P3, the stick now should point at the ball. This is me keeping this club on plane. This golf club is angled to the ground. It's designed to swing on this angle in the backswing, downswing, and into the follow through. When I set up here, I'm going to grip around it as I did before. I'm going to practice slowly, P2, P3, pointing this stick here at the ball. Now as soon as you get the club to go back further, it's a little bit harder to control the impact position at speed. So I'm just going to try and keep this at a steady pace here. So just a P3 and through. You can see again, the stick is on the outside of the body. So I'm keeping my hands and club moving to the left. Like I said, I'm tilting my shoulders as I hit through, pushing my hips forward and moving the club round to the left. So P3, very important checkpoint. See this a lot where the golfer, they might do one of two things. They might take the club too much inside on the way back. Club gets quite flat then they have to reroute on the way down and it gets very steep. This is very hard to control. They end up early extending, raising the handle, blocking the ball out to the right. See that a lot. Sometimes you see golfers there, as you take it back a little too steep, the shaft here or the alignment stick points to the left, gets too steep, and then having to shallow by tilting back. That leads to low point issues. So we're trying to control the head position, we're trying to control the plane of the swing, we're trying to control that impact position as we hit through here. We're trying to make sure we're tilting the shoulders, pushing the hips forward, keeping the hands forward, still pushing, turning my body as I move through. Now you should be able to build this up to pretty much a full swing. I think it gets a little harder, especially going through impact when you put a bit more speed in this. But this is a really good way to train your swing. Like I said, you can do this with or without a ball. So if I just practice this without the ball to start with, so I've got my P2 position, P3, alignment stick at the ball, P4 at the top. Now when I get down to P5, when the left arm is parallel, this stick should still be pointing at the ball. P6, this alignment stick might be pointing a little bit to the right, but not too much. That keeps my club head just inside my hands. Impact, handle forward, tilting my shoulders. As I exit, hands and club moving around the body. And as I finish, the hands will exit just below my shoulder here. And what you'll see in the finish here is that actually I've got a little bit more of a vertical shaft here. This alignment stick is actually pointing more down. This is helping me keep the face open as I go through, stops me from rolling the face through and losing control. This helps me hit the push draw. So let's go longer swing now. I would suggest doing practice swings first. I'm going to do this like a bit slower than normal just to train this. So I've got the key thoughts in my head, the feelings for these positions, and then I'm going to hit a shot here. Okay, pretty straight shot, slight draw. So that was me just doing that slightly slower speed there. So that's how you build this up. You can use a mirror, you can do lots of practice swings, just trying to get the feel for this at home. This is a really good way to train your golf swing. So you've got those key checkpoints from the side view and also the impact position as we hit through. So hopefully this is a great drill that's going to help you guys improve your golf swing and train yourself in the best way possible. Thanks for watching, golfers. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already, please follow me on my other social media platforms, and I'll see you again next week for another video.